our respected Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar Ji, our respected Honorable Governor of Meghalaya, Shri C.H. Shankar Ji, my colleagues in the Cabinet, our Chief Secretary and other officials, ladies and gentlemen. I take this opportunity to extend a very, very warm welcome to the Honorable Vice President of India on his maiden visit to Shillong and to our beautiful state of Meghalaya. So we thank you for taking your time out. I know that being Vice President, you have many, many other responsibilities, and yet you have decided to spend one full day and even halt in Shillong for one night so that you're able to spend ample time with the people and be able to really see what are the different activities and things that are happening in the state of Meghalaya. So today's program is a very, very specific program, and it is really targeted towards the youth of our state. As you can see, even in the audience, majority of the people who are here are the youth. You were mentioning, sir, earlier on a light note that I look quite young and I'm quite a young Chief Minister. Is that you were mentioning earlier to some of the crowd outside. But sir, you'll be quite surprised to know that I fall in the 15% of the population, which is 45 and above. 85% of Meghalaya's population is below the age of 45. And that's really what our strength is. And if you look at that, sir, it is the youth which is one of our greatest strengths and our greatest assets. And that is why, sir, in the past many years, we have been bringing out programs, policies that are very, very focused on the youth. And our idea is very simple, sir. We want to nurture them. We want to ensure that they are ready, and we want to ensure that they are able to contribute in a maximum way to the overall productivity and growth of our state and of our nation. And therefore, it is our responsibility as a government and as political leaders and as officials to guide our youth, give them the opportunity so that they can contribute in the productive manner. And hence, so we are really focused on what we're calling the entrepreneurship ecosystem. And that's really at the core of what we are trying to do. So we realized almost close to 80,000 youths today enter the workforce every year in Meghalaya. 80,000. And therefore, this 80,000 workforce is massive. Now, how do we channelize this 80,000 youths so that they can contribute in a productive manner towards the growth of our nations? And that is why, if you look at, sir, a small example, this slide shows the e-championship program, sir. This is called, this is a business plan competition which we started. And as you can see, sir, in the first year, we had 700 people who participated. But as the years have gone, today we have almost 2,500 people who have participated. And this year we have started the new championship or the business plan competition. We expect maybe over 3,500 people to participate. So similarly, sir, in entrepreneurship, we're providing not just a business plan competition, but we select the best business plans and we handhold them, we support them, give financial support, give subsidy, office space. And sir, some of the programs you saw outside, the program which the young boys and girls were showing you, where the plastic that we collected from the rivers and lakes, those plastics are today being converted into building materials, tiles and other kind of materials which can be then used in day-to-day work, sir. So again, another example of how we are working with different entrepreneurs. Next. Yes, sir. So there's examples again of rural entrepreneurship, sir. So this is example of the women's entrepreneurship and rural entrepreneurship. So what we realized, if you can look at the women's groups, sir, this is a number of self-help groups that have grown from 2018 when we took over the government, sir, 6-7 years back. And today from 10,000 groups, today we are at 49,000 groups of self-help groups. And all of them are today doing economic activities which are productive in nature. And again, this is again focusing on women entrepreneurship. Just go back one slide. Yeah. So this is the rural entrepreneurship, which again is a very important key aspect for us, because we realize that there's huge opportunity, not just in Shillong or the towns or the urban areas, but in rural areas, especially when it comes to food processing. We realize there's huge opportunities. So this is just one picture of one of the food processing units that has come up. And we are taking products from the farmers out there, and we're making local ice cream, local juice, local chips in this particular location. And if you can see the solar panels, sir, this is a processing plant that runs totally on solar energy. So there are about close to 10 such plants now we've put up in the last 5 years. We intend to put up at least 100 of these in the coming 3 to 4 years, sir. And one plant like this supports almost close to 6,000 farmers. There are some of them which support even 10,000 farmers. So that's the kind of ecosystem which we're trying to develop. Next. So this is again a next step towards what we call CM Elevate, sir. Again, a very, very ambitious program, a program which we are focusing towards, again, pushing entrepreneurship to the next level, sir. Here, the subsidy level, as you can see, is from 35% all the way to even 75%. Youngsters who want to open up fitness centers, who want to open up cinema halls, who want to open up different kind of music studios, or even want to go into getting your own football club. We are supporting these kind of different activities through this program called CM Elevate. And small programs like these, sir, these warehouses are built through CM Elevate. These vehicles are being given through CM Elevate, because we realize that the farmers have the produce, but they can't take it to the market. So by the time they look for a vehicle, either it's too expensive or they don't have the accessibility. So we've been distributing hundreds of these vehicles at almost 45 to 50% subsidy. Next. So like that, saying for tourism, we're doing the same. So tourism, we're doing the same, giving these vehicles at 45% subsidy. Homestays, so this is a real homestay in our state. On the right side, you can see the small picture. And we are giving, again, huge subsidy for people. And we have, I think, one of the most aggressive plans for homestays. And right now, 700 of them are being constructed. We are targeting 3,000 of this, because tourism sector is a key sector for us. And we are really stressing on that aspect, sir. And again, so we're trying to put up wellness centers. Next. Yes, sir. So again, skilling, our minister had also shared with you some numbers, but this is again a very important part of the youth-centric policy that I was mentioning. So while entrepreneurship is important, the entrepreneurship has to be supported by capable manpower. And sometimes the entrepreneurs do not have the kind of skilled manpower that they need, and hence we are really focusing on that. And that's why today we're laying the foundation stone for the Skills and Innovation Hub. Next. Again, so this is an example. So this is a very interesting thing which I was mentioning to you while we were coming in the flight today. So that we are really working on overseas placements. So this is an area which we see as a huge opportunity for us. We just tested the market last year. We just trained a few nurses from our state in Japanese. They learned it in 6 months' time. And today these two nurses are working in Kobe in Japan. And this is a real picture of me there in Kobe, sir. And that was the day we started the program. And the picture on top is the day when I saw them and I dropped them off in Japan in Kobe. And we are expecting, sir, that at least in the next 2 to 3 years, we hope to touch even about close to 1,500 to 2,000 nurses if we can get the training capacity going up. And so that's not just placement that we're talking about, not in terms of jobs, but also in terms of the foreign exchange that comes into the state. once we're able to place. And this is just one sector, which is nursing, but so you can imagine the sectors like chef, like cooking, for construction workers, they require. There is so much requirement at the international level today. It's just a question of connecting the two dots and to be able to come together, sir. And that's really what we're providing. We're connecting the human resource, we're providing them the platform, and we're showing them the way on how to get there, and we're supporting them financially for the training, sir. So when they train, some fund is required. That is paid by the government, sir. The third thing, sir, which we're doing today, this is this hub's innovation hub. But so the third thing which we're doing, sir, is again we are tying up with our institutes that are present in our state, sir. So we are very lucky. Government of India has given many good institutes to our state, whether it's IIM, whether it's NEHU, whether it's NIFT, whether it's NIGRIMS. But the utility of these institutes is limited to the students studying there. So hence, we are desiring that these particular institutes which are there should also play a role in overall development of the state. And that can only happen when we start partnering with them. And hence, sir, one of the steps we're doing today is partnering with IIM Shillong. It's one of the premier institutes in the country today, a business plan competition specifically focused on green energy and different kind of, all green technology that is there in the world today. And we are hopeful that through this particular initiative, we actually may become one of the premier business plan competitions in the country for green technology. So that's what our target is, sir. But in the larger goal, our target, sir, is to see how these we have about close to 20 premier institutes in our state. But as I said, the partnership is limited between the students and the faculty. But we want to now open up the ecosystem more, allow these institutes now to contribute towards the development of the state by partnering with the state and partnering with the people, and not just the students who are studying there. So this is really what the thought process is, which will be moving forward. Next. Yes. So these are the things, sir. I have a lot to say, but sir will be having a second session where we'll be discussing a bit more. But so today's program is limited to these ideas. But as I said, this focus, which of course when I was with you in Delhi, you had mentioned, sir, that you want youth-centric programs, farmer-centric programs. We had limited time, so we could not organize our farmers program. I'm sure, sir, we will leave something for next visit also. So therefore, sir, this visit we are focused on the youth, which, as I said, sir, is our greatest strength. And I have a lot of hope and faith on our youth. And that's the reason, sir, we are going all out to ensure that we provide them the right platform and the right opportunities so they are able to excel in their lives, sir. So with these few words, sir, and with these few comments, I once again thank you so much for coming to our state, and I once again take this opportunity of welcoming you to the state of Meghalaya. Thank you very much, sir. Bless you, Mathela, and Jai Hind.